Was there always bad blood between the black gangs and the Mexican gangs in Long Beach?
That didn't start to the mid and late 90s.
Really?
Growing up in Long Beach, I tell you, I missed the 80s because if we war, there was a reason to war. You feel me? We didn't just go out and really fuck with nobody for no reason. So if you fucked with us, that's why we fucking with you. And it was the same thing. I grew up so close and respecting so many Longos. And it hurt my heart to in the 90s, all of a sudden, the blacks and the Mexicans, we didn't forgot how to get along. I don't understand that. Because for the majority of the time when I grew up in my neighborhood, the East Side Longos, the West Side Longos, the Barrio Pobres, all them, we fucked with and we shared the neighborhood with them. I grew up on Chestnut Street. 1 block away on Cedar Street, you had 1 million East Side Longos. And we fucked with them all day long. You feel me? That hurt my heart to see the Asian gangs, the Mexican gangs, and the black gangs in Long Beach break apart and then start warring with each other. That seemed like that happened in the 90s, because in the 80s, that didn't happen. The gangs usually fought within each other. You didn't have Mexicans, going over warring with black gangs. You had Mexicans warring with other Mexican gangs, but there was no cross-race warring. And, it seemed like the race wars started in the 90s. And I'll tell you, one of the best things that happened to me, and people think this is a negative sometimes, I tell people about going to jail, because I was on a different path in my life prior to me heading to jail. I probably would have been on trial doing it for either a murder or fucking ready to do a murder, during that time. So, for me to get locked up and to get my mentality changed really changed a lot. And I didn't go to the state. I went to the feds. So in doing 5 years in the feds, there's a different fucking politicking in the feds. See, they state bang in the feds. It don't matter if you black, white, Mexican, orange, purple, green. If you from California, you from California.
Okay.
You feel me? So it ain't like in the state when you hit in there and now you got the politics of you can't talk to a Mexican can't talk to. When you hit the feds, it's state politics. So the moment my first day on the yard in the feds in 2002, Mexican from East Side Longo sent me a care package with food, a toothbrush, and everything else to say the shit they go on the street don't go on in here. In here, it's like the 80s. We back together. You feel me?
Wow.
That was some real ass shit.
Damn, it's fucked up. Where did it go wrong? Do you know? I mean, you don't have to share it if you don't, but do you know where it went wrong in the street?
I think it went wrong with drugs.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is not so much of the drug use as it is the drug selling, because what did change was the pipeline of the drugs coming into the country. The pipeline used to come from, the East Coast and Florida and all up through the Gulf of Mexico. All of a sudden, the pipelines start coming in through Mexico. So now you have a lot of the Mexican gangs now controlling the drug scene. And whenever you start mixing drugs, money, and territory, you're going to get a lot of fights over you shouldn't be selling drugs in my neighborhood and this and that. So a lot of it was drug territory wars that started. You know what I mean? And it didn't morph into black versus Mexican versus white versus brown. You know what I mean? And now, there's not enough people standing up like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and that's actually saying the right things. You can say some shit, but you got to say the right things to change some shit.